Okay, so time for Super Flame, Super Fly. It's just like the Metropolis thing. You just have to fly around with the Super Flame and kill some things. Only you can do it infinitely, so you don't have to actually, like, keep... Oh, these guys do shoot at you, of course, so be careful with that. I actually wasn't that careful just now. I was right by that guy's mouth. But, yeah, you don't actually have to keep going through the power-up like you did in that. And it's kind of funny, because you actually have something like that in the super bonus round, and you still have to go through the power-up. Thankfully, it lasts very long. But, you can do the same thing you did here. So yeah, try and focus on one dragon. If you leave them for too long, they actually will refill their health. As the purple one just described, I'm trying to focus on the red one, of course, but the purple one just gets in the way, and I hit him, and he is back to full health. So, yeah, focus on one dragon at a time, and eventually both will be destroyed. And yeah, it's very easy to get hit by these things, so be careful. Thankfully, I think there's actually more fodder around, so if you do get, whoa, oh crap, if you do get dangerously low on health, yeah, there's fireflies everywhere, so that's a change I like. And yeah, I don't know how these huge things can be taken out with by this puny dragon. Well, size isn't everything. But there's two of you. You probably could just gang up on them or something. Almost done. And now to collect the treasure. And yeah, Handle is in all three areas. We actually don't see Greta again until we get back to the hub. So, the hub world. And yeah, you really want to go back through that power-up because I think it's the only way to get up here. Yeah, look at all these fireflies. Yeah, I don't think the old one had this many. Like, I think there's at least one or two on every platform here. And, except the bridge up there. And I don't think there's nearly as many in the old one. So, it looks like that's it. And yeah, I'm trying to get as many gems as possible, but I'm not gonna get too worried about getting all the gems because, of course, there's gems in the Agent 9 area. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to backtrack anyway. So, yeah, I think I, skipped it too quickly. But you'll notice that even though Handle says, I think I can see an egg behind you, but it's out of reach. You'll have to get past all these Rhynocs. Yeah, if you pause on that dialogue box, Rhinox is actually spelled with a W. So I'm not sure if, like, I'm thinking Toys for Bob at first. Like, yeah, this game has been out for several years now, so obviously a lot of info on the game has come out, but I didn't look into that much of it. Like, I've seen interviews with some of them, and like I didn't even watch those recently. Like, it's been a while since I've seen any info on this game. Well, looked it up anyway. But yeah, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I'm guessing that Handel originally was going to be just like he was in the old one, and he was just going to talk the way his sister did, and they probably just decided, that wouldn't make any sense. Let's just have him speak normally. So yeah, like that dialogue box, it kind of tickles me that it's spelled Wynox because it reminds me so much of how the original Ripto's Rage was. Like, you had all these changes that Insomniac made, and I'm surprised I didn't get hit there. You had all these changes that Insomniac made, and like, as rushed as it was, Ripto's Rage, like all of the games really, but Ripto's Rage was still a phenomenal game, and yet the evidence that it was rushed was still there. Like, you could see in some of the dialogue boxes that some of the portals had their original names. So that's what that reminds me of. That's why it kind of makes me laugh that they made that little mistake there. But yeah, we're pretty much done. And I believe we've got another cutscene.
I thought you might be hungry.
Thanks. Did you bring any chips?
I'm sorry this happened, but I tried to warn you.
I had to help Spyro rescue the eggs.
You just don't understand. If we don't bring dragons back to this world soon, all our magic will be lost.
The dragons used to live here?
Yes, this was their original home. But a long, long time ago, the sorceress banished them to the other side of the world. She didn't realize the dragons were the source of all our magic.
Maybe I could convince the dragons to come back, if you let me go.
I'm sorry. I can't.
I like how Hunter's so oblivious that that the dragons used to live here. Spyro actually found out from Sheila. Didn't you tell your buddy? Also, I'm surprised they don't ask the Elder Dragon at first why he calls them the Forgotten Worlds or whatever he calls them. Was it Forgotten Worlds? I can't remember what he said now, but yeah, there's probably a reason why he had a name for him.
Spyro, we urgently need...
Probably. Just saying. Okay, so Charmed Ridge. Now, this one, I believe we don't have to backtrack at all. And yeah, I think there's some enemies like that one where they don't give you any gems. But you still want to get them out of the way because Charmed Ridge, yeah, it's a tricky one. And I believe, yeah, I think this stage was kind of a nod to Alpine Ridge. And I'm sure I talked about this in my original Let's Play. Yeah, in the old one, the fairies were all in green dresses. So I like that, there's kind of there's a bit of a rainbow going on here, right? Because we just saw a pink one, I believe. A pink one or a red one. And we just got a blue one, my favorite color. But yeah, I think this is kind of a nod to Alpine Ridge. Because you've got these cat wizards. And the fairies are all, they're upset because they think that their princess has been kidnapped. Yeah, they believe that the cat wizards are behind it. They want to force her to marry marry their prince, which I mean does happen, but they're not quite right on what's going on, and we're gonna see just what I mean in a minute. But yeah, you've got all these cat wizards, and they're not just attacking you, they're just moving things around and just kind of making it tricky to get through the stage. And it's literally just, I mean, obviously it's more than this, but it's like if the druids from Alpine Ridge attacked. Like, druids don't attack. Except the armored druids do, but the other ones, nah, they don't attack. They just move things. And they seem to be a bit more sinister. In Reignited Trilogy, because in the old one they just did this ridiculous drone and they just move things, but in this they just smirk at you. And yeah, they even brought back the stairs. Crap! Wait a minute. Wait. Let me go back up there. And yeah, since I got rid of those cats, the stairs are just gonna stay up. So yeah, it's just like the druid at the top of the stairs. And they even have those stairs over there that just like, yeah, they're not moving because I'm not close to them. But, the ones that just move in and out that lead up to those 3 druids, yep, they even brought that back. So, yeah, I thought that was a nice touch. So yeah, a favorite of mine, mostly for the theme, because, well, for one thing, I like cats. Oh, please make it. Yes. And for another thing, I love the fantasy genre. I love things like, wizard spells, things like that. We already play as a dragon in a fantasy game, so that's enough. But I really like stages that are, pretty much centered around that. So yeah, my kind of stage. And we're actually almost to the exit.